Tonight on BCN Weekly News. In this week's special report, we investigate some of the reasons that former dining hall employees refuse to speak with us. Are they hiding, or is the job simply too good? Also, upcoming convocations this spring, how to ensure you receive full credit this semester and convocations you won't want to miss. And how BereaCollege celebrates the Lunar New Year. Reporter Diane Jung attends this event. All of this and more coming up soon, tonight on BCN Weekly News.
Live from BCNR's studio in Berea, Kentucky, this is BCN Weekly News.
Good evening and welcome back to another episode of BCN Weekly News. My name is Amaya Weekly. A story we have been planning for a long time includes anonymous interviews with former employees and an article from The Torch. Reporter Matt Carmack investigates the work of Mountaineer Dining Hall employees.
Almost exactly a year ago, the Berea Torch posted an article about the harsh treatment of dining employees. I wanted to investigate if these allegations were true or falsified. Because the Berea Torch isn't owned by BereaCollege, the owners have the ability to post content that may not be favorable to the college. In this particular article posted on February 17th, anonymous sources claimed that cold deli cuts were not refrigerated at the right temperatures and gloves were frowned upon. In the second part, managers and supervisors allegedly chose not to wear gloves, were negligent to their staff, and were not abiding by the CDC guidelines. After these articles were released, several former dining employees refused or denied to agree with these statements. Even in just casual conversations, such students wouldn't give specific examples about the allegations. At this point, I thought it was appropriate to reach out and ask for an interview one-on-one. On the infamous Bereans Gone Wild Facebook page, I posted asking any former or current dining employees if they would be interested in coming forward to do an off-the-record interview. I spoke to two former employees through direct message. Subject 1 stated that some managers were good and some were not. One manager would pick favorites, and they typically did not appeal to their employees. Subject 1 explained that they were burned and would typically work until 12:30 in the morning. Subject 2 stated that corners were cut with food allergies and food safety. They also noted that schedules often lacked communication and would cause disagreements amongst staff. But between both subjects, the biggest note was the amount of food waste at the end of the night. This was not only brought up in the Torch's article, but also on a separate thread in the Bereans Gone Wild Facebook page. Although many of these allegations are negative, both subjects had also compliments for the staff members, such as some supervisors working extensively with their jobs, which should only be available for full-time employees and not students. Between the Berea Torch and my own personal research, working at the Mountaineer Dining Hall has its flaws and good aspects. This is an ongoing investigation, and we would appreciate more information. Reporting from alumni for BCN Weekly News, back to you, Maya.
Thanks, Mac. If you have any information about this ongoing story, please contact BCNR so we may continue this investigation. In other news, it is that time of the semester to update our calendars with upcoming convocations. The next few convocations in the calendar include a Black History rap battle with Burt and Det as a Carter G. Woodson Memorial Convocation, a talk with Chaplain Clementina Cherry titled I Am the Architect of My Own Inner Healing, sponsored by the Campus Christian Center, and a Stephen Banks saxophone performance titled Come As You Are. And to recap, the convos we have had so far this semester are The Dream Within Us with Desmond Meade as the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial Convocation, a Fantastic State of Ruin with Dr. David Zurich, and a live performance from the Waylon Jennings. With the convocation requirement from last semester staying the same for this semester, we decided to speak with a student who helps run the weekly convocations for some insight.
My job entails things such as, essentially, is making sure that everyone that goes to convo gets their convocation credits. And that is emails mostly, but then it's a lot of prep work for convocation. I have to make sure I have my ushers that are there to scan out. I have to upload the convocation credits. I have to make sure that my assistant manager is also helping me out. So I am in charge of not just my work, but everybody else to be there as well.
As a reminder, All convocations will continue to be held in Phelps Stokes Chapel. It is required for students to attend at least 7 convocations this semester in order to earn the credit, but it is encouraged to attend them for educational experience and cultural enrichment, not just for academic credit. This is all we have for now on the spring convocation schedule, but we will keep up with more campus events and public-wide events as they are announced. Coming next on BCN Weekly News, follow reporter Diane Jung as she explores last weekend's celebration of the Lunar New Year.
My son got diagnosed with it. They came in and said, we're moving him to ICU. He's got a 50-50 chance. I don't want anybody else to go through this. It can be controlled if we do our part.
There are stories here in Kentucky of friends reliving old tales, writing new ones, of tradition, patience, and golden treasure, of spirit told in thunder and applause.
Kentucky, unbridled spirit. Visit KentuckyTourism.com.
1,600 seeds, all seeming unalike, all coming from some place where money does not grow on trees. We were planted to remember that when we walk away from here, our journey is just beginning. Our journey is just beginning. We were planted. We were planted here. We were planted here to grow. And we did.
Thanks for staying with us. The Lunar New Year took place on January 22nd. This event occurs on the full moon in between January and February of the new year. This is a time of celebration, games, food, and activities. Reporter Diane Jung attends this year's festival, and here are her thoughts.
It had been an impressive day in the last Saturday for Bereans. Have you ever heard about Lunar New Year celebration? Chinese Language and Culture Club held Lunar New Year celebration on February 4th in Uspan. At the Lunar New Year celebration, a lot of students enjoyed the celebration event with diverse activities: couplet writing, lantern riddles, mahjong, photo booth, and red packets with lucky money to redeem gifts. I spoke with the president of Chinese Club and participants at the Lunar New Year celebration to find out what it means to them.
During the Lunar New Year event, we try to promote more cultural awareness about mainly China, but we're starting to lean towards including other countries as well. I think for next year, we're hoping to incorporate the Japanese. And so we try to give a different perspective for people to be able to examine.
I learned a couple of things today about the Chinese culture, about the food, and it was really intriguing because I'm interested in studying abroad in China. And I also made this cool banner here. This was really cool. I feel like generally, I wouldn't be exposed to without events like these. So I'm really grateful for that. I'm excited. It was really fun.
The Chinese club started the tradition of celebrating the Lunar New Year at BereaCollege in 2017. They have been working for Berea to create a welcoming feeling for its members who come from or identify with the cultures that celebrate the Lunar New Year. If you want to learn more about Chinese culture, you are welcome to register for the 2023 KACLT Chinese Start Talk Day Camp. I talked with Dr. Wang to give more information.
So they offer a 2-week summer day camp at Asbury University in Lexington. So if you are a college first year or second year student and have taken Chinese 101 or the equivalent, you are eligible to apply. If you get accepted, and you can receive some credits, transfer some credits to Berea.
You can register for Start Talk Camp on their website. For more information, contact Dr. Wang. 2023 Lunar New Year celebration was a great experience for students to broaden their perspective. For BCN Weekly News, this was Diane. Back to you, Amaya.
Thanks, Diane. The event looked like a lot of fun, and we are excited to see what changes Berea makes for the next Lunar New Year. On behalf of our news team, thank you for watching BCN Weekly News. I'm Amaya Weekly. For more coverage, follow us on Facebook and Instagram at BereaCollege News Radio, and watch our show online at www.bcnewsradio.com. We'll see you next week. Good night.